everyone, I'm Mrs.zeoxin and welcome back. Today we are playing Scarlet Hollow Episode 1. This is going to be a blind playthrough. I've never played this game. I really don't know much about it other than the first episode is free on Steam, and I was looking for some kind of creepy games, and this one was under a choose your own adventure, and it was also under like horror. I know I say that word kind of weird. I'm not good at pronouncing double same letter syllables, so it's like horror, but I pronounce it horror. So if I'm sorry if that bothers you, but it's supposed to be a creepy game. I will give a forewarning that when I loaded up the game, it said could be disturbing imagery, gore, and some swearing. Although I don't swear, but you will be able to read the swears. So with that said, if that's something that you don't want to see, then don't watch it because I've never played it. I haven't watched anyone else play it, and I really don't know what's going to be in it. So watch with your own discretion, and if it's too much for you, you don't have to finish watching. That's completely okay. You can go watch another one of my videos or something else entirely. So completely up to you. But with that said, I think we're going to start. Your name is, we'll go with J. That's the classic Missio name. Alright. Oh gosh. You live in the city of... I'll put Dallas. That's pretty vague. And it's near where I'm from. Select your pronouns. She, her. I will say the rest of this is on, they're trying to get, it's the kind of like GoFundMe, what is it? I can't remember, but they're trying to get it. So if I like it, I might donate to them and try to get the full entire series, and I can make it a series. But yeah, we'll just have to see how this one goes. And I also don't know how far we'll get into this episode, if we'll be able to finish it or not. It's going to depend on how long it is. So we'll just kind of see how all of this goes. So we can select 2 traits to unlock additional paths and dialogue options. So powerful build, that is not me. Strong, athletic, pinnacle of fitness, can shotgun a root beer in 3 seconds. Mystical, strange and unusual, sees the threads of reality in a way others cannot. Street smart, smells BS, also good at BS. No door can hold you. Hot, attractive, charming, people want to either be with you or beat you. Book smart, know a lot of fun facts. This is me. So I'm definitely going to do that one. Observant, picks up on vibes, understands others, perspectives. I think I'll do these 2 because I think they most closely resemble me in real life, and even though these won't give me some other perks, I think my character should have traits that I myself would have. I don't know. We'll do that. Confirm. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you just managed to start drifting off, and now here you were, waking up again, still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its experience in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy deposits that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of your mother, your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyways, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking to you without pause. You're not even sure he stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. and me and my buddies were doing our usual stuff. You know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Wait, what? Dude, what's wrong with you? Sounds awesome. Remain silent. I kind of want to say, dude, what's wrong with you? But that's kind of mean. I wouldn't. Yeah, that's a little too direct and mean. I don't think it sounds awesome. I think I'd say, wait, what? Because that's. I don't know why you'd push joggers into the harbor. Like, that's kind of. Yikes. But I also don't want to say that because that's kind of mean, and I don't want to be mean. Yeah, so I think we're going to go with wait, what? Pushing joggers into the harbor? Yeah, you know, teen stuff. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she's going to call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad, though. And not just playing. But she kept swinging, and she was getting closer and closer to the edge. So soon enough, she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. Yeah, this guy's kind of a jerk, honestly. Like, yikes. We had a good laugh, but we fished her out, and her phone had gotten soaked. She couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break it up with me, like, for real, and geez, you ever just get so mad you, like, want to kill somebody? What's wrong with you? Smile and pretend he didn't just say that. I mean, to be honest, I feel like that's probably the most accurate to what I would do. I'm not good at conversation, and I am very socially awkward. I feel like yeah, we'll just do that. You smile and pretend he didn't just say that. I knew you'd get me. We understand each other. Somebody's trying to break your heart. That changes a person. Makes them want to do things they never thought they'd want to do. Dear Lord, what is wrong with this person? I honestly could have killed that woman. Dear Lord, I'm scared. Did he murder his ex? Is he going to murder his ex? I'm scared. If this happened to me in real life, I'd be so uncomfortable. Like, seriously so uncomfortable. Because here's this guy who's wanting to kill his ex. And I know that's like a figure of speech, but like, this guy's the same kind of person that like laughed about people wanting to call the cops on him and push people into the harbor. Which, like, I'm not a strong swimmer, so if somebody did that, I would probably drown. Like, anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm like into that stuff. I might just wind up on the bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. Thanks. Diagnose him with a personality disorder? What's wrong with you? I think I'll give him actual advice. I don't think I want to just diagnose him with a personality disorder because honestly, that's kind of rude. Not only is it rude though, but like, you really shouldn't just go diagnosing yourself. You shouldn't self-diagnose, but you also shouldn't go around diagnosing others without really knowing them. So, we'll say that. You were so worked up by the thought of losing her that you wanted to kill her. But now that she's giving birth to a child you created together, you're planning on running off? Even if you love her, think about whether that love is strong enough that you'd be able to handle raising a kid together. Think about how your actions are going to impact his life, and whether removing yourself would be better for him in the long run. Huh. Yeah, good stuff to think about. He's on his phone. Dude, I almost fell asleep listening to you, and you're not even going to listen to me give you actual advice about somebody you were so mad that she left you that you almost killed her? Whatever. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? Never tell someone where you're actually going, especially this guy. Like, I didn't. Just a small town. You probably haven't heard of it. Don't answer. I'll say this. This one's vague. Just a small town, you probably haven't heard of it before. Hmm, that's probably Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler? As they call it in these parts? That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way, though, actually. I've had a couple of buddies who went up there and work up in the mine. There's a coal mine up in Holler, you see. That's where, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around there. Here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are. Thanks. But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't even heard of them. I haven't even heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook, see what they're up to up there. Hope they didn't die. This guy really is creepy. Like, honestly, in real life, that would make me so uncomfortable. Oh, that's me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger ruffles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them in more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I didn't want to carry them anymore. I've never had them. I don't actually know if I like them. We'll take them. You take the peanuts. Thanks. You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. I hope she doesn't eat them because I would not eat them. I don't trust food or drinks from strangers. And just like that, the stranger is gone. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line. Almost there. I really hope she doesn't eat those because I don't trust them. Also, boiled peanuts just kind of sound gross. I know they sell them at gas stations here, but like, no. The bus finally comes to a stop. It brakes, squealing, as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. Well, the sign reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous at best. It's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds. As the bus pulls away eager, to leave you and this place behind. Hey, Jay. You instantly recognize the worn, torn young woman from a few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha. She looks at you, annoyed to be here. Offer her the boiled peanuts as a condolence. Looks like somebody needs a hug. Hey, Tabitha. Good for your condolences. I feel like if I do this, it's gonna be like, I'm allergic. Thanks. So we'll just give her my condolences. I'm sorry for your loss, Tabitha. Yes, great, thank you. She's a jerk. Let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions toward the old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm not that close with my cousins, but none of my cousins are jerks, so I mean, it doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Okay. How are you holding up? Fine. Are you sure? You seem tense. Bottling your grief isn't a healthy coping strategy. I think I'll do that one. Are you sure you're alright? You seem tense. You know you can talk to me, right? I went through a similar thing when my mom passed. She tenses up more at the mention of your mom before letting out a heavy sigh. Maybe it's a sore spot for her. You quickly apologize. I'm sorry, I know that it's probably not what you're looking to hear right now. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine, really. Tabitha stares straight ahead, her expression tense and icy. Dear Lord, I do not want to say that. Have we ever actually met? Have we ever actually met before? I'm pretty sure this is the first time, right? Yep. You have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. Why does it keep saying that? I'm not gonna. Is there. I'm sorry, but is there bad blood between us? All I know is my mom left and she was mad at this side of the family, but I don't know much besides that. Your cousin stares ahead, her expression icy. I'm not saying that. So, the funeral. It's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Need any help planning? If you ever need help with errands or scheduling, feel free to ask. I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine. Just need a coffin and somebody to dig a hole. Tabitha stares straight ahead, her expression tense and icy. I really don't. Maybe that'll make her like us more, but like, I don't know. To me, it just seems kind of weird to joke about both of us having dead moms. And again, I'm an awkward person, so I guess that's gonna be it. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate, the old family homestead, though it's seen better days. Its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to dingy apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning underneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare to what is in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at the perched, crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel there's something that should have been left to rot long, long ago. As soon as you enter, you're hit with a blast of dusty air. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive. Each object cremated in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of the ancient floorboards as if the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Compliment the architecture. The architecture here is breathtaking. Gothic revival reminiscent of Andrew Jackson Downing, if I'm not mistaken. Did you know he died in a boat fire? It seems like the sort of death that wouldn't happen very often. Color me marginally surprised. I didn't know I didn't have you pegged as cultured. The estate was a prize jewel of this region for a long time. It's quite a magnificent piece of architecture even now. Shall we take our tour? Haha, I think I got her to like me a little bit because I know that. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through the long, dusty hallways. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. See, it's nice. This is so nice. It's so much bigger than what I'm used to in the city. Is that a kitchen island? It is. Thank you. Awesome. I love PB&J. How'd you know it was one of my favorites? That smile can't be real. I didn't, but good for you. Alright, what's next? Alright, what's next on the tour? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Oh, I love cats. Is that your cat? Pet the cat, leave the cats be. Ooh, I want to pet the cat. But what if it scratches me? I guess we'll save that. Is that your cat? Is that your cat? What's its name? Frou Frou, do not try and pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. See? That's why you don't go. We're gonna let her be. You decide to follow Tabitha's advice. I love cats, and realistically, I would pet cats in real life, but also in real life, I can read their body language. This is a game. I cannot read the cat's body language, and I'm not trying to get scratched and known as a person that the cat hates. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights, it'll be easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. It's nasty and wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Lovely. Looks so gross. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Guests. Are you sure this toilet works? Yes, why wouldn't? The water bill gets paid, therefore the toilet works. Now do your business so we can move on. Sigh, okay. You sigh in resignation. Okay. That's the spirit. Oh, it's so gross. A toilet is a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs to do. This is good. A good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Yeah, this place is nasty. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return from the foyer before climbing up the stairs and reaching your guest room. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot, has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure half an hour of rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. They should be empty. What's with all the boxes? Old family stuff. What kind of family stuff? Unimportant family stuff. This room is amazing. What a great room. It's way nicer than what I'm used to. I can't say I'm surprised. Each and every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique handed down through family through generations. This is not an IKEA bedroom or whatever nonsense you're used to in the city. Who used to sleep here? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. I guess I'll get settled in. Follow me, I'll take you to the back foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes your tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Is there a library I could check out? I couldn't fit too many books in my bag, and I'm not sure what else I should do with my time. There is, but as I said earlier, most of the building is off limits. And the library is in the West Ring, which is extra off limits. You're better off heading into town. I'm pretty sure there's a library there. Yes, we'll ask her to be nice to us. Listen, I don't know what my mom did when she left, but that has nothing to do with me. You asked me to come here, but you're acting all ticked off that I actually came. Can't we start fresh now that it's just us? Okay, I'm sorry. I've been testy since you've gotten here. You've been fine. I'm just under a lot of pressure right now. Please, just stay out of my hair until later. I have work to do. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you don't keep me for long. I didn't know we owned a coal mine. We don't own the coal mine. I own a coal mine. Your mother forfeited any claim to it years ago. Can I come watch? What? No, the mine is dangerous and running. It is difficult. I can't babysit you and do my job. That sounds pretty impressive and exciting. Good for you. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think of it as boring or exciting in the same way that I don't think of cleaning a toilet or painting a wall as either of those things. It's a task. Seems like a good way to look at a job, instead of convincing yourself you have to be doing things that you love most. It's okay to just have a job. Yeah, exactly. Would I rather be doing something else with my life? Maybe. But I don't know. I had to take over the company. So I think about other stuff I could be doing. What am I supposed to be doing while you're gone? There's a very demanding job I should be getting back to right now that doesn't include figuring out activities for you to accompany your time with. I'm not your babysitter. Why don't you, I don't know, go on a walk around town or something until you get tired? There's a historic building to look at. I'm sure you'll have a great time. Okay. Alright, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you and the desecrate estate. Guess we'll settle into the room. Now that your cousin is gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back to the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance of the room. I think the first thing I usually do is look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there and shuffle with some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull some weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries and do whatever you have to do to return it to its former glory. And once all that is done, you'd sit by the fountain and watch the course would have, which of course would have the little goldfish in it, and drink floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Yeah, you definitely do that. Just not right now. Examine the painting. This must be an old relative of yours. Very old, judging from the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you'd barely heard anything of your aunt and cousin until a week ago. She's not, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you should ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she actually is in the mood for conversation. Put the clothes in the dresser. You drag out your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. A possum lurks, and it's quiet but angry. I don't want to get attacked by a possum. My mom's afraid of possums. I guess we can offer it some peanuts. You hold out the still dripping bag of boiled peanuts. This is in disgust, stiffens and begins to drool, feigning death. You close the drawer. Might as well leave it be. You open the top drawer next. It's empty, as good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd be better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag, but there's no going back now. This will check out the closet. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Pick up the doll. Of course, you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up and examine it more closely. Its tag says property of Alexandria. No need to carry this around with you. You close the closet behind you. We'll take a nap. You immediately collapse onto the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. Or so you thought. You cough as a small cloud of dust tries to rise up from the mattress. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might have been around to see the dawn of civilization. You try to settle into bed, but it's big and lumpy. Strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. That's enough. It doesn't seem like there's much else for you to be doing right now. Us will get a PB&J. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaking moans of the ancient palace. Place? Of this ancient place, yeah. A PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of your day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task given the state of the place, but aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter and some jelly, bread, plates, and a knife. Look at the cabinets first. The cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware. It's oddly enough, the utensils. Let's examine the shot glass. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Perlane, so it wasn't from her 50th. From a few stories you heard from your mom, Perlane wasn't the type to have kitsy friends who'd give out shot glasses at their birthday parties. Maybe it belongs to Janie. You imagine she might need an alcoholic beverage to get through cleaning this place, especially with Tabitha's sour face peering over her shoulder. Let's examine the mug. It reads, I was blown away at the blowing rock and sea. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. Maybe you can route your return trip through the Bowling Rock. It might be nice to see local sights before heading home. You reach for a bowl, but just as you pull it down, a blend of vinegar and dead mothballs splashes into you, immediately staining your shirt. On the back of the bowl is a note that reads, "Moth trap, do not touch." Whoops. Your shirt is now unpleasantly wet. You'll probably change into something clean before leaving the house. Yikes. You grab a plate and butter knife. All you need is some actual food. You close the cabinet, head back to the rest of the kitchen. Look at the pantry. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Yep, that's a lot of it. Look closer. You squint in the darkness of the pantry. Behind the molded bread is a single book that lies, forgotten thin layer of dust collects on its cover. You pick it up. You flip to the bookmarked page. Both calf's brain and aspic are unappetizing enough on their own, and you can only imagine how vile the combination of the two would be. What kind of person would call this their favorite food? No wonder your mom ran far away from this place. You shut the book and place it back in its place. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great. One step closer to a satisfying snack. All you need now is some peanut butter and jelly. Take the peanut butter, the king of nut butters, and only 3% of each jar is mashed up with cockroaches. Look at fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped on the door reading, "Janie, stay out," in all caps. Below it, in a separate handwriting, are the words, "Okie dokie." You open the fridge and feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. We'll just take the jelly and close it. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking for its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in the kitchen Tabitha actually uses. This is the last ingredient you need for your PB&J. Time to close the fridge and get to work. Cass hisses at you as you draw near, but remains firmly in place. This is clearly Frou-Frou's spot on the counter. And if she's hissing, you don't want to mess with her. You back away from Frou-Frou, trying not to make any sudden movements. Check out the garden. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. You don't think you want to go out there after all. Are you even up to date on your tetanus shots? Alright. You close the door behind you and return to the kitchen. Alright, let's make it. Despite the state of the horrendous kitchen, you successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. All of that hassle, and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. You're done here. Congratulations, you've eaten half a full day. What do you want to do next? Might as well head to town. If you'd have known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It's really pretty out here. Finally, you made it back to the town. The holler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts have boarded up windows, dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane, and you shudder suddenly, feeling as if you're peering into a grave. So I think this is going to be it for now because it's kind of been a while and I don't want this video to be too long and I don't know how much is left. So with that, if you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what you thought and if you want to see more. Yeah, also, while you're at it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss a future video from me, including the next parts of the series. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!